Okay, we should now be live on YouTube. If somebody wants to double check.
I vow no profanity.
I'm verifying.
I've got it pulled up, but I don't see anything live.
I don't see anything over here either, Governor.
It's all bollocks, it is.
That's got
Isn't
the.
it?
Isn't it?
Yeah, we're live.
Bit wonky, isn't it?
It'd be wonky, isn't it?
Oh yeah, we're live. I see.
Yeah,
it.
there we are.
We're live. Okay.
We are, yeah.
Now we've lost viewers in England.
I'm celebrating their culture. What are you talking about?
We are celebrating their culture. That's right.
Sorry, as long as we didn't lose Zimbabwe, we're a-okay. That's okay.
Never Zimbabwe. We
Never. We love
Claw
Zimbabwe.
back up their charts.
Climbing. We're climbing fast.
That's what we're doing. All right, Chard, whenever you're ready.
Oh, I'm doing it? Oh, okay.
Today on. No.
Hey, guys. You remember that one time on Press B to Cancel when we were doing all that silly stuff? No?
No.
I guess you had to be there. Today on... like a curveball being thrown at me from a major league pitcher. I'm your host tonight. Hello, everybody. My name is Chardmonk. We are hosting back-to-back episodes today because nobody could think of what to say except for GP.
Great. You did great.
I guess you just had to be there.
Yeah, she just had to be there. You guys are awesome. With me, as always, are my three great buddies. GP, we'll start with you today. How are you today, sir?
I'm doing well. In honor of your baseball metaphor, I would like to start going under the name of Frankie Lasagna. For anybody
Frankie
who knows that. Yeah.
Lasagna. Okay.
You guys don't know about Frankie L?
Are we going to be throwing some
feel
Daryl
like I've heard
Strawberries
this
on there
before.
as well?
Oh man, I love Daryl. No, Frankie Lasagna apparently was the name of one of the guys who almost caught that 61st home run.
Oh,
the
yeah,
other
that
day.
is Frankie Lasagna.
Frankie
You
Lasagna.
are right. That is his name. I thought that name was a weird name.
Yeah, it's fantastic. I love it. Anyway, guess you had to be there.
She had to be there. Also with me is, of course, two other fantastic sports aficionados. Werewolf, how are you today, sir?
Sports.
You love sports. I know you love them.
I am well, thank you.
Fantastic. Mariners are going to make the playoffs tonight if they win the A's. Let's go, Mariners. I almost said the F word. And another sports enthusiast from the Great White North, except lower than me because I'm higher than him. Hello, Sick Jake. How are you?
Don't doxy, bro. Mariners, that's basketball, right?
Yes, that's basketball.
Sports Center, the place for sports.
It's like the
I know
Ocho
it's
over
baseball.
here.
I know sports. I know sports.
Now we're gonna lose points because we're doing the ESPN theme song.
No, that was not that.
We didn't
I'm just
curse,
very
but
off.
we got demonetized because
That was not the Sports Center thing. I'm wildly off key, and that was my rendition of Itsy Bitsy Spider. So
Okay, Vanilla Ice, you keep that to yourself.
word to your
Ooh,
mother.
word to your mother. Jake, how are you tonight, sir? We cut you off.
Just cross my fingers.
Okay,
that we
that's
don't get
great,
copyright strike.
fantastic.
Oh,
I'm glad that you are here and joining us today. No I'm kidding.
I almost swore. I'm trying to keep it clean for 10 minutes. That's the Press B challenge. No swearing for 10 minutes. I don't think
10?
we haven't done it
You
this
didn't tell
year.
me 10.
It's like 10 minutes. Yeah, we have not done it
Word.
yet this year.
We should have a swear jar. That
I
would
was
be
gonna
really
say, no
fun.
wonder we haven't earned any money doing this.
Clink,
Good
clink,
lord.
clink.
Yeah,
I
and then
warned you.
with all the dollars that Chard has to put in, we can all fly and meet up in the Bahamas or something.
It's
It'd be
good.
great.
I was gonna say Bahamas. You guys are going cheap. Thank you, everybody. But we're gonna do something a little light today. We've been doing some pretty heavy stuff the last couple of streams with Silver Surfer and questionable behind the doors activities. Yeah, I cleaned that up, but you know what I'm talking about. No, I don't. Making games force me to play things on the internet, forcing me to play games. Today, not so much. Today is going to be a funny day. We have a bunch of games that we have selected in our childhood and in our pasts, and some of our presents that were just knee slappers. Giant big old knee slappers. You know who isn't here to slap knees right now? It's Sinistar. Sinistar is out today. He is too busy climbing Mount Gibraltar, which is close to the Strait of Juan de Fuca, which is a place, hunting caribou with his homemade guillotine that he so graciously showed off on stream. Listen, I'm pulling this stuff right out of my butthole if anybody wants to come in and save me. And we just lost Werewolf for some reason, so that's awesome. I didn't think it was that bad.
He's very anti big game hunting, which I am
I was gonna
too.
say,
But
you
if you're
know,
using a guillotine,
Look,
you gotta use what you got.
if anybody's gonna hunt caribou in Gibraltar, it better be a damn Canadian. That's just our culture. All right, hold on.
Isn't he an honorary Canadian though?
Oh, there he is.
There he is. Hi.
I've been here the whole time. I don't know what happened. My browser just kind of farted.
No, you dropped. Shoot.
No, but I've been here the whole time. Like I heard
assumed
all
it
of
was
that.
just- I didn't think it
I
was
just
the joke was
stopped seeing
bad.
GP.
Okay, I admit
was
it.
able to hear Chard and Jake that whole time. I don't know why.
I admit
Weird.
the joke was bad.
All right. Okay,
Apparently, Wolf and
okay.
GP are now the same person. That's awesome.
Look, it wouldn't be a Press B episode without some tech issues. Just thank
Right?
God it's not me this week. That's
Just
all.
don't
I
freeze
care.
out on me, and you'll be good. We don't.
Ask Jeeves. This thing is crazy. Not a
Good
sponsor.
Lord, not a sponsor. Well,
Not a sponsor.
so
Never will
let's
be.
go back to the funny stuff because we haven't had enough of that already.
Lycos is
Jake-
still out looking for Jeeves.
Jake, we're gonna hit you first, just in case you decide to freeze up.
I'm not.
No, did you
gonna
want to go
freeze
last?
up.
You want to go last. You want to go last, didn't you?
I don't care. We can go whenever.
You don't care.
You want me to go next? I can go next. Hold on.
Yeah, go, Jake. You go ahead, bud. I've already
All
called
right.
you out. We'll hold you to it.
I've already
We've
been
practiced this all day today, bud.
thrown to the wolves. It's okay. Okay, look, I'm gonna level with you guys. I was not sure if I was gonna share this gaming moment. I find it personally funny, but I feel really guilty afterwards, and I wasn't sure if it'd be kosher to share it with everybody on stream. But I'm gonna do it anyway. I'm gonna go against my best judgment, and I'm gonna share my favorite funny moment from Syphon Filter. You know, that hysterical comical game from Ubisoft where you play Sam Fisher, a trained killer who goes around taking care of, I think it's terrorists in this game. Why is this funny to me? Because of one of the weapons. In Syphon Filter, there is one particular weapon. It's a taser.
Oh no.
And
It's hilarious.
it is hilarious.
He's already giggling. He's got the giggle fits already.
And this taser, it shoots a little dart at an enemy, like a string, like that's the old school taser, and it shocks the enemy. And you know, here I'm just going to show you a clip. I wasn't even going to show a clip, but I'll show a clip.
Just show a clip.
Yeah, all
It's
right.
not like you're throwing penguins off a ledge, man. This is
All right.
okay.
Okay.
Roll that beautiful burn footage.
So that's the thing. You stun the guy with the taser, and if you hold the button down, they spontaneously combust and they just start screaming. Anyway, that's the clip. I feel so
Oh my
bad.
god.
I feel so bad sharing that.
I don't know why
Oh.
you feel bad about that. That's hilarious.
You want to see it again? Here, you know what? Let's show it one more time because you know.
Dude, can we get it in slow motion?
Can I do slow motion?
Sick.
I think you can slow down and
Yeah, you can adjust
videos,
playback
yeah.
speed.
It's somewhere in there. We're so professional.
Okay, he's aiming.
He's done.
Oh, he's hit him.
This
Oh my god. We need to get that scene from The Hangover when Rob Riggle lets the kid shoot the guy in the face with the This is Jake, if I haven't made this clear, man, I'm here for you. Like, if you ever need to talk,
He's
Jeez.
done.
I don't think I understood the
He still
assignment
thinks it's
correctly, guys.
Now is the question. The question that eludes me is, or the answer that eludes me is, can you do that in real life?
No, and you know what's extra funny? Why I find it funny, I think, is when I was a teenager playing this game, you could do entire missions with just the damn taser. You could go into a room of 3 or 4 guys, stun them all, and then go back and just fricassee them all one after another and have no issues. Like, it was better than the guns in the game.
Isn't Syphon Filter one of those kind of, I wouldn't say survival horror games, but survival, like you don't get a lot of ammo. Like you don't get a whole bunch of ammo to run with.
It's like a budget
Yeah, it's
Metal
like
Gear. from what I remember. Yeah,
Budget Metal Gear. Wow.
yeah, like lower tier,
Cardboard
David Hayter.
gear.
Yeah,
I've heard it.
Yeah.
I've heard a lot of good things about Syphon Filter. I haven't played
Yeah.
it myself, but
it's not bad.
I know. I remember enjoying it when it came out. I had never heard anybody put it that way, where it's like a low rent Metal Gear. And now I can't not think of that. Like they all got in a room and they're like, okay, we have 1/8 the budget. And if you think that Solid Snake is a little too of a weird name, let's go with something Sam Fisher.
Sam Fisher.
And everybody at the table was like,
Espionage.
oh, yes. Also, when you tase people, they explode into fire. You know, like life.
Stuff like that.
Like
You don't
people
hide
think
in
I'm
cardboard
sick.
boxes,
I didn't
but
make
you can
this game.
tase people to death.
Yeah,
Well, Splinter Cell was a Tom Clancy book, wasn't it?
was
Yes.
it?
Something like
I know it
that?
was written
was.
by Tom
Oh.
Clancy, but I don't know if it's a book.
I think it is. It may
Oh,
not be a book, but I
maybe
know it's
not, I
written by
don't know.
Tom Clancy.
Yeah,
We'll have to fact check that, I think.
yeah, it's Tom Clancy's Syphon Filter because he's one of
Yeah.
those guys whose name gets attached to the title.
I just called it Splinter Cell.
Yeah. Do
That
we
was
have
the
a-
other one.
Oh.
Sorry.
do we have a
Oh,
staff for fact checking?
Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell, which is different than Syphon Filter. See, this is the problem with the
I know
90s
Ty-
or 2000s. There's a lot of
It's like,
low rent Metal Gears.
Yeah.
Tom Clancy was busy.
Yeah.
This is written by his brother, Robert Clancy.
Joe Clancy.
The sequel
They
to the
just-
popular game Rainbow 5.
Rainbow 5. We've done this 6 times, Tom. This one's going to stick. I promise.
Somebody out there is bummed because Rainbow 6 exists, and they're like, "Man, that was going to be my barbershop quartet." But we weren't going to be a
Rainbow
quartet.
Six.
We were going to be a sextet. But then we got canceled for that for a whole lot of domain reasons I can't even get into. But we were going to be
Oh,
Rainbow
straight up.
6. It was going to be dope.
This is totally a Metal Gear low budget.
Oh,
Syphon
yeah.
Filter is the name that is given to the mysterious biological weapon,
Yeah, totally.
and
I bet the
instead of
person
the
who came up-
mysterious
Not the Metal
giant
Gears.
mech robot.
Yes.
The same thing.
Yeah.
Potato,
I
potato.
bet the guy who came up with the name Syphon Filter probably has a couple kids that have Z's in their name or like Q's in places that don't make sense.
Monique.
No, that one makes
Xing.
sense. But it would be like, yeah, this is my son Thomas with a Q.
You joke,
Samuel with a Z.
but
Samuel.
daycare is full of kids whose parents ran out of ideas for names. Like I've said before, the Jackson with an X is one that still kills me.
Shout out
you
to all the Bellas and Hermione's out there.
Renesmee's.
Renesmee, that was the one I was grabbing. for,
Renesmee. Yeah.
Renesmee. Yeah.
There's a whole group of them.
We're sorry, children.
That's a whole group of them. We're just alienating them, the whole thing. Screw
These
'em.
are our sons. This is Edward and Jacob.
Yeah. But we don't play favorites. We love all our kids equally, except for Jacob.
Yeah. And
He's a
We're
piece of
team,
garbage.
both of them.
The guy has never amount to anything. Jesus. Well, that was funny. That was entertaining. That was a lot
I
funnier
love
than
that.
you made it sound like it
I
was going to
love
be
that.
so much worse. Like, I play this game where you run through, and if you push this guy into a saw, it cuts his head off, and blood spurts everywhere, and it's the funniest thing I've ever seen. I'll be like, okay, seek help, sir. Thank you.
That would also
All
be
right,
funny.
Saw.
But
God damn, calm down over there.
well, I guess you had to be there.
Guess yeah. I was there. It was funny.
Yeah, I was there just now, and I loved it.
GP, what do you got, man? What do you got in your humor bank? You got way too much, so tone it down a little
okay.
bit.
Yeah.
Make us look a little bit better. All right.
Well, okay, here's the backstory here. California games. No one spontaneously combusts, and no, this isn't when you fall off the surfboard. There sometimes there's a shark, which is more creepy than anything. But if you go and play California games on the NES by Epix, there is a game called Flying Disc. It's basically frisbee, but I think maybe frisbee is a trademark name that they could use, and I probably shouldn't be using. But anyway, you have one person on the far left of the screen. They've got like these meters. You line them up, you set your power, and then they throw the frisbee or the disc or whatever. And then all the way like 4 miles away on the right side of the screen, you've got another person who's supposed to try to catch this flying disc. And by all accounts, it should suck. And it shouldn't be funny at all. It should be very competitive. Not the way I do it. No, and it wasn't just me. I don't even think I came up with this. This is either my brother or one of my cousins. But the minute somebody did it, I'm trying not to break. The minute somebody did it, I knew I would never be able to play this game the way it was meant to be played. So if ever anybody wants to challenge me to a game, do this one because you are guaranteed to win. Do we have that?
Yeah,
what did we
I'm
say,
gonna show it
beautiful
right
bean
now.
footage?
I
Yeah.
raised
Cue
the
it up.
volume up, but hopefully everybody can hear it.
There's some sound to it, but it's not required. It does elevate it. Look how stupid this game is.
It's great.
You can see
I
it at the
loved
top.
this
There we
game
go.
as a kid.
Look at him. Run!
Did it?
Run!
I feel like the characters. I feel like they look more ridiculous on the NES than they did on the Master System.
I still can't handle this. Ugh.
So
And you can see them at like the top part of the screen. They're there, and they're walking. There it is. Oh no!
It looks
I
like
love-
Peggy Hill, dude.
It does look like Becky Hill. And she's
I love
really
how she
bad at
runs
catching
with her
frisbee.
arms kind of just like loosely up.
why
There's
does
a
it fly
million
over
ways-
her unconscious on the ground?
Yeah.
Because
she
she's
needs
already
medical help?
because the
One jump.
player's already dived for it.
Catch it.
And once you do that, there's no getting.
There's
like
only
real
one
life.
jump? Oh my
Oh, come on.
god.
Get it. Nope.
Nope.
That's pretty funny.
Oh my god, guys! I know it's one of those things. Just playing a game the way it's not meant to be played can be funny. And there's a million examples, but from my childhood, I don't think there's any finer example of just straight up tomfoolery that you could engage in, with the exception of maybe tasing some NPCs. Man, I tell you what, that was for me, like hands down, that will always be one of my favorite childhood memories, aside from coming up with silly acronyms for top 10 leaderboards and renaming Final Fantasy characters, silly and absurd things. But yeah, visually that was the best.
I don't know. I feel like the only thing that could possibly make that better is if while flying through the air, you spontaneously combust, as people do in California.
That would be
That I would
hilarious.
This is
If somebody out there is listening and knows how to make ROM hacks, that's what I need. I need this to be a 3 or 4 player operation. Somebody throws the disc, somebody controls Peggy Hill, and then there's like a third scope that comes up, and it's you trying to aim and tase Peggy Hill in the air, and then she just drops. And maybe she can vibrate and then
Syphon
Go.
Frisbee.
We can all help for NES Remix 3.
Frisbee filter. The GP ROM hack. I love this.
The GP run.
There's no downside.
That's the biological weapon known as Frisbee.
Also, here's the logic. I don't think I've ever said these words out loud, but in my head canon, if you go back and watch that game, there are signs, because the entire California games is fraught with animal dangers, such as the shark. Anyway, I think there's a sign about beware of the bears or don't feed the bears or something like that. So clearly, if you jump too early and land on the ground, you don't want to move. You've caused a commotion. The bears are looking over, and you just play dead.
There you go.
So for anybody out there wondering, why didn't she get up and try to catch it again?
It's because she was worried of the bears. There's bears everywhere.
It's prudent,
It is prudent. It's accurate. People that play Frisbee in give me a park out there, please. I was thinking of the Yosemite. There it is. Yosemite.
Yeah.
When you're out there
Yeah.
throwing Frisbees, Yosemite bears are everywhere. They're out there ready to maul at a
And
moment's notice. And you know
you
what
can
a
see it.
bear's least favorite thing in the world is? Frisbees.
Yeah.
I mean,
But
these
their
guys are
favorite
just
thing in
taking
the
a risk.
world.
Is that a science
Picnic
fact,
basket.
Chard? Is that like from
Science
Bill
fact.
Nye?
It is a science
the
fact.
bear
Of
You
guy?
know,
course. What
the
you
bears-
question, Chard?
The bears' worst enemy, Frisbee players, Frisbee golfers to be exact. There's actually they're higher up on the food chain than bears. That's why they fear them so much.
The apex
I guess-
predator, the frisbee.
The apex predator, the Frisbee player.
Yeah.
I mean, if
What
yo-yos
else
could be a
can
deadly
float?
weapon, why not frisbees?
What else can float for long distances and stay in one place for a long time with nearly
you
the
what.
air?
I'll tell you what. Flying saucers. And if you guys remember the photo that I posted,
Yes.
you know exactly what I'm talking
What
about.
is a
Bringing that full
frisbee if
circle.
not a flying saucer?
I thought that was a Frisbee at first, so I debunked it. Now I'm questioning whether there were bears in your backyard. Afraid of the flying saucer. Are bears afraid of being abducted by aliens? Let's go on a whole new topic here. We got time.
Yeah. Yeah, it turns out my game that whole discussion was about a minute and a half, so this is good. Yeah, I like to think that the bears are not good with perception, like depth perception. So they see the frisbee, and they're like, we should go investigate this, and then they find out no, it's a plastic disc. Then they get mad because it's not a source of food and it's not something to elevate their consciousness, aliens. And yeah, then
Well, I mean, we're 20 minutes in, so we can talk
knows
about
the
anal
heart of a
probing now
bear?
with aliens. That's okay. Go ahead.
Frisbee,
yeah.
Frisbee, Bears, Battlestar Galactica.
Oh, bother.
I gotta tell you, this is exactly how I saw this episode going, guys. And
Yeah.
I knew you would.
I'm here for it. And honestly, from the bottom of my heart, because for as sarcastic of a human being as I am notoriously bad at trying to figure out if people are being sarcastic or sincere. If I get a haircut and somebody's like, "Bro, great haircut," I'm like, "Okay, go to hell." First off,
Wow.
because I assume the worst. Okay, that's how I am. I think we know this about me. This isn't therapy, anyway. So thank you for laughing at the video clip that I posted, my entry to this, because I wasn't sure if anybody would get it, but clearly you guys do. But
grew up
all
with
week
it. I
I've
am
been
familiar.
afraid. I was thinking maybe you just had to be there. So
When I was a kid, one of the funniest things as a child was watching people fly out of nowhere, like your frisbee thing,
good.
or someone jumping from like a hill, like jumping out from behind a hill, all spastic. That stuff made me cry with laughter. I love unexpected things like that. So yes,
I'm going to
I
throw
was
this.
there. I enjoyed it.
And I want you to chase it and jump and get it. Yeah, I could, or I could not.
But there's bears around.
There's bears.
You really want to play frisbee with bears around? Are you kidding me?
I don't.
Terrifying. GP, good stuff, man. Good stuff.
Yes,
I'm trying really hard not to curse. I know we're past our 10 minutes
Yeah,
at this
we're
point.
good. Don't worry about it.
I'm still
We're
trying
done
to hold
behaving.
true. Listen, I don't have enough money to fill the swear jar today, okay? So somebody else needs to pay me back. Werewolf, I'll go last. Screw it. Werewolf. What is your funniest moment ever?
So it might have partly been because I was up late all night. But I was
I already love
I was a sophomore, or it was the summer between freshman and sophomore in high school year. And I had a buddy come stay the night at my place, and we rented Klonoa and Skullmonkeys. And we burned through Klonoa. Like, we did everything all night. And then we moved on to Skullmonkeys. And holy hell, that was just friggin' hilarious. So the game is ridiculous right off the bat, right? And it's actually kind of difficult. We struggled quite a bit just trying to beat the first level. When we finally did beat the first level, we were treated to this video of the main character, Clayman, wandering into a laboratory. And the whole time it's singing this Beans, Beans, the Musical Fruit. I still sing it like that from time to time. It's ridiculous. And he starts losing his mind when he comes across this can of beans.
There is no more game that embodies the 90s than freaking Skullmonkeys.
I am kind of inclined to agree. It's weird because it's a sequel to like a point and click adventure, but it's an action platformer. So, but I love when he gets to this can of beans and he picks it up and he starts going nuts eating it. And he starts like poking it into his eyeball.
Is it have butter in it? Why is there's like a butter lump in it?
It's that's fat. Yeah.
We were dying because it was just so out of left field when we saw this. But I mean, there's other things in this game that I still laugh at. Like there's
yeah. Fucking Skullmonkeys, dude.
Oh my god.
This game's hilarious.
90s.
I've never heard of this game.
This is the 90s embodied. I don't get it.
Do you remember Duckman?
And then
Yeah.
Cartoon, yeah.
So this whole cutscene is to show that Clayman now has a new ability because he farts out of his head, and this fart is poisonous and kills things.
As you can see by the face melting, fantastic.
Yes.
Is that not just called burping when you fart out of your head?
No, because it's out of the top of his head.
Oh,
He
okay.
has an elongated sphincter that sticks out of his head. It's science.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's got like a
I'm-
singular hair up there, and he farts out of that. And
It is
it's
actually an
deadly.
asshole, is what it is.
And if you know the science
It's
here,
a
that is
pearl.
not the most interesting part of the duck anatomy. I will leave it at that. But wow.
How much of the
But-
duck's anatomy do we actually know? Maybe someone knows more than we do, and ducks actually
Slightly.
fart out of their heads. It's just a suggestion.
Yeah, my friend and I, we were just part of it was because we'd been up all night, so we were tired.
Yeah.
But we were delirium and unexpectedness. We were in tears crying at this.
It's hilarious.
When
It's
I-
claymation, which I love. Is the whole
Yeah.
game this funny? Because
The
if
whole
so, I
game
can
is
play
just
this.
like out
Yeah.
there slapstick silliness. Like
Yeah.
there, when you're on a bonus stage, the background music is singing about how it's a bonus stage, and it's all mellow for a minute, like kind of peaceful, singing about it, and then it goes batshit crazy like a corn song, as much
Yeah.
as you can acoustically, anyway.
It does. It's
Really?
it is a trip. It
And
is an
then-
absolute mind trip.
Okay.
There's one song I still sing it, and I say it all the time. It's just this song where it's talking about being thirsty and needing water, right? So the
Oh, yeah.
guy's just like, thirsty, need wawa. You know? It's just like this 35-second song, and it's like it's got like a porno sort of beat to
Yeah.
the music.
As is the 90s, as
Yeah.
goes in the 90s.
Oh
That's
man, I love this game.
It sounds very Les Claypool.
I wouldn't be
Kinda.
surprised if he had some involvement in that game, to be honest.
Yeah.
with you.
No, he didn't, because all the music was written by one guy. I can't remember his last name, but his first name was
Yeah.
Terry.
It's the same guy who came up with the name Sam Fisher. I'll tell you that much. And he said,
It's,
"No, I'm going to try my hand at music," and that's what we
Rainbow
got.
5.
Yeah.
Rainbow 5.
But yeah,
The Shop Corvette. There's two things that this reminds me of. First thing it reminds me of is do we have Parks and Recs fans in here? Does anybody
Oh,
watch
of
Parks and
course.
Rec?
That's a great show.
I
I
have
liked it the
tried.
first time I saw it when it was called The Office.
Wow.
I a whole other podcast right there, guys.
Wow.
I love it. I love yeah. Parks and Rec is fun, but not great.
I don't even know where to go with this. Ben Wyatt makes the clay animated video, and he goes, "I've been working on this for 2 weeks, and it's and it stops, and he starts to cry because he's like, I've been working on this for 2 weeks, and it's like 5 seconds of clip that, and then one that's a little more private to my heart. When I used to play D&D way back in the day, and we do late hours, all nighters, we had this thing called sock hour. And sock hours, because somebody had mentioned the word sock, and we erupted into giggle fits for at least 2 hours. This game reminds me of sock hour because at normal functioning brain capacity, you're like, bizarre. But at 2 a.m, when you haven't slept probably in the last 28 hours, thing's freaking hilarious. You're rolling on the floor. You're in tears about that. This game is definitely a sock hour game from start to finish. I feel like
I have to from now on. That has to be part of our lexicon.
What, the sock hour?
Yes, it's brilliant.
I
Really
did
should
not.
just say slap happy, but
It
sock hour
is.
is so much better.
It's
Like when I was
sock
a
hour.
teenager, sock hour was a totally different topic. So
yeah, that's where I
we
thought you
call
were
that
headed.
we
like,
call that
Tetris.
sock. That's called sock handle. Okay,
Okay.
different ball game.
So you guys have a different term or a different meaning for sock hour? 38 and a half years on this planet. Hand to God, I've never heard anybody say the word sock hour.
No,
So-
I haven't either. But when Chard said it,
sock
my
interested in
brain
where this is
certainly
going.
went somewhere, sir.
yeah.
Wow. Right over the top
Really?
of my head because I
Okay.
don't know what you guys are getting at all.
Oh.
Explain it to me like I'm 5. Unless
Tetris.
it should not be explained to a 5-year-old, in which case just draw me a picture.
Tetris cleanup.
Tetris.
You guys.
We are keeping it lighthearted in
I
spirit
am
today. That's for damn sure.
So disappointed that I didn't figure out that that's what that meant.
When we've hit GP's limit,
The fact that you both got there and I'm like, hey, what's going on, guys? I had no idea what was happening, but you guys were like, sock hour. That would have
Come
made
with
sense.
us. Come with us on this adventure, please.
Yes.
Choice of words. I'm in the sock hour conversation now, and now we can never use sock hour. I would like to say this: R.I.P. sock hour, 2022 to 2022.
Wow. Way to kill it for me, guys. Thank you. I actually was gonna have something branded
So,
in the
yeah.
lexicon, and now it's gone.
So, Chard, yeah, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Thanks.
Please continue.
Thanks,
You and 4 of
Tetris.
your buddies.
No.
Sock hour, please go ahead.
Wow, that just went into a totally Canadian direction I hadn't intended it going. Yeah, I got nothing. I guess you had to be there.
Hour? Damn it.
Yeah, the whole hour. It's done. Well, this has been a great episode. We'll just call this a short clip. We'll walk it out.
Walk it out.
Walk it out. I guess it's my turn.
What
I'm
happened?
trying to keep my shit together. I'm sorry.
He's losing it. The mask is starting to slip. Face off.
It's sock hour in Middle
God
America.
dang it, dude. I'm okay.
I'm okay. Yeah, okay. You look okay. Do you have 3
You look
first
like
names?
you've seen one
Okay.
too many sock hours.
The mess, I tell you, was everywhere. Just the
Jeez.
like a
whole
Jackson
hour of
Pollock in
socking to
here.
clean it up.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my god.
I just video games are great, and I love that we all love video games here.
Keep your black light put away. So
I guess I'm glad I wasn't there. I'll say it that way. Instead of I had to be there. Glad I
didn't
wasn't.
want to
Please-
be there.
Please go ahead, Chard. This is all
Put
you,
your
buddy.
black light away. I don't know what's going on in that office. God damn it.
I can do this.
Can you? I don't think I could do this. So back in the 90s, early 90s, there was a little known game that came out that a very good childhood friend of mine growing up, had nothing to do with sock hour, but used to play. I'm glad this is going in the direction it is. It's a game called Loom. For those of you who
sorry.
don't know what Loom
One more
is,
time.
Loom, L-O-O-M.
Okay,
Loom.
Loom.
Luma.
Lube. Got it.
Anyway, so this
Like
game,
Loop Deck, yes. Yeah.
Well,
this
I'm
game
done,
is
I'm
a
done.
game about, it's about weaving. It's about weaving and it's about music. And the concept of the game is basically you play a monk that is in some kind of town. It's been a long time since I played this, so don't fact check me on this. But you are a guy in a black robe, right? And you can only see your blue eyes, and you carry a stick around with you. And that stick has the power to control the loom, and the loom basically gives everybody the powers that they want, right? But it's music based. You have to find certain chords to get certain spells to work. Well, you have to go on this grand adventure. It's essentially a point and click game. So you are out in the world trying to discover how to be the best weaver of sound that you can that's out there. And in your travels, there's a portion of a game where you find a log that has fallen into the ocean. And you need to cross either this really big lake or this ocean or this river. I don't remember. It was 1990. Where there in front of you stands a terrifying tornado. And you have to pass this tornado. However, if you don't pass this tornado, hilarity ensues. Let's get this sound. You thought you felt bad. But wait, there's more.
You monster.
So instead of just putting a do not pass wall in front of you, they added this wonderful animation.
Let's try this again.
My
shall we?
friend and I, for 2 hours, 2 hours, kept flying into this tornado. We kept sailing to the tornado, and I could not talk the next day. I was laughing so hard because it is such a random thing. It is silent except for the whirling of the wind, right? Which is still really quiet. It's not super loud. And as soon as you hit it, God. And then,
Oh my gosh.
Wilhelm,
and then
that
it
was-
flips
yeah.
to the next scene. done.
exact
I
same
was
screen a second
done.
screen a second time. That is great.
It just loops it, and we did that for freaking hours, and I cannot for the life of me remember anything that was as funny to me in a game as that moment. To this day, I still when we were asked to think of funny things that had happened to you in a game, I immediately thought of Loom. That's immediately the first one I thought of. We never made it past that tornado. I couldn't, because every time we go there, I'd be like, let's do the tornado thing again.
Just let it happen.
And we just keep fucking going through it. And we'd be like, okay, we're bored of this. Finally, we got bored of doing it because there was nothing else to do. Then we got frustrated because we couldn't figure out what else to do, so we stopped playing it. But I still to this day don't know what's beyond that tornado. I have no idea. Don't care to. I don't care to find out either.
That's exactly it. That's, not to make this about me, but that's what I was saying with the California games. The minute we did that with the frisbee thing, it guaranteed nobody would ever play that game the correct way again. And the fact that you have no interest about what's beyond the tornado, I love that. That's hilarious.
The most interesting part is hitting the tornado, as far as I'm concerned. I mean, the guy lives in a world where they weave. Who gives a shit? There's a tornado out in the middle. There's a water spout.
Yeah.
It's far more interesting, though. I guess I'm going to go make some fucking shirts or something. I mean, with music. Yeah. Excellent. B flat. No, I'd like a C sharp shirt, please. Can you weave that up for me? Thanks. Appreciate it. Ridiculous. I'd be flying into tornadoes all day if that were my life.
Well, the disappointing thing is the screaming was actually in D flat. So
that's why we couldn't get past it, because he was always out of key.
Yeah. And I love how the game is called Loom, but if you had it your way, it would be please don't weave.
I hate this place.
I just got done giving you guys
down.
37 minutes of pure gold. I had to drop one stinker.
Please don't weave.
Wow.
I'd like
Don't
you to
weave
stick
me.
around, please.
Yeah,
don't weave
me.
us.
Yeah.
Marriage.
Marriage.
So yeah, that's it for me. I got nothing else beyond that. That's I can't carry anything else on that one.
I got a couple from Discord, because I was actually, like I said, I was stuck on an idea for this week, and I didn't know if I wanted to use the taser. Terrific thing. So I reached out to our chat in Discord and got a couple people who brought up some examples. Enthusiast Jeff mentioned Phasmophobia, a horror game, not necessarily a comedy. But the great thing about that game is that it's online multiplayer and leads to all kinds of great situations. The example he gives, he's playing Phasma with some friends from the Steam Machine podcast, and on the in-game radio, as he's getting murdered, all they could hear was Jeff going, "He's got an axe! He's got an axe!" and screaming bloody murder. And that game is wildly fun with friends online, I gotta say. So I love Phasmo.
I do have a clip. I have a clip of, we'll just drop Stripey's name in here because she's been playing Phasma with us lately. And her first time playing with our group, there's a clip where we're all hiding, and all I hear is her going, "Oh God. Oh, he's gonna get me, he's gonna get me." It is hilarious because she's literally squeaking as she's running around trying to get away from this thing because she doesn't know what to do. And we're all quiet because we all know what to do. But oh my gosh, like the reaction of other people when playing those games. Devour is horrifying, yet hilarity ensues, and I hear people that scream that I never thought sounds like that would come out of their mouths. Yeah. It is hilarious, and I love bringing people that have never played Devour in just so I can hear them get terrified by it, because it is rough, and I have to do that in VR next weekend. I'm not excited about that.
Wow.
But
that's so dark now. I don't feel bad for tasering at all, Chart. You're
no,
far
I
worse
will
person than I
literally,
am.
for all of those that watch Press B to Cancel, if I invite you to play Devour, just decline. Probably be your best bet, because I will make a clip of it and you will go on some kind of montage and I will laugh every time I hear it, or turn you into a sound effect, because that's what I do.
Well, and
thank you, Jaeger. Love you.
To that point, if anybody out there is great with video and audio editing, can we get the Loom scream sound effect superimposed over the screaming goats? Like, that's what I want to exist.
Yes.
Sounds like Taylor Swift's next hit album, if you ask me.
Okay, first
It
off,
did sound like
keep her name out your mouth. T Swift is she's wonderful. And Taylor, if you're watching, yeah, no, never mind.
I thought it was
There's no
Tasteway,
way.
but I don't know.
Tasteway?
Yeah, I thought it changed. I don't know.
All right, two quick
T Swift is
ones.
great.
I guess
Dave
you had to
from
be there.
God.
No, but okay. Tell me GTA 5 or any of the Grand Theft Auto games got to be on there somewhere.
Okay, so
Oh, God.
one of them was Travo mentioned Saints Row 3, which is also the game that Sinistar, if he could make it this week, was going to mention. Maybe a little too lowbrow for us. I don't know. You know, the humor here on Press B is pretty high society, but there's a certain item in Saints
We
Row.
had-
3.
We are
About
very
bears and frisbees. I think you're going to be okay with this story. Go ahead.
Well, how do you feel about
Bears,
6 foot
frisbees,
dildo bats?
Battlestar
GP?
Galactica.
Giant purple
I'm sorry, say
dildo
again?
bats.
Sorry. We're going back to sock hour, apparently.
Yeah.
Oh, is that what a dildo? Oh,
Yes. We're learning a lot today.
Yeah.
guys,
Today's
don't
a
think-
day
Have you guys not played through
of
this game?
realization.
I don't think I'm
Oh,
allowed
I
to
know.
be here. This is very adult.
I heard of the dildo
Mom
bats.
told me
but
I
have
could
not
only be
played it.
here for an hour. As long as
says-
we talked about good stuff.
Mom says Jake's a bad influence.
She's not wrong.
Man, I loved Saints Row 3. That game was great. Especially like running around with that weapon for the final mission with, Bonnie Tyler holding out for a hero. Oh my gosh.
Okay.
So this is real. This exists. There's a scene where holding out for a hero is playing and somebody's walking around slapping people with a
You can run around for the final mission with this as your weapon.
medium-sized
Yes.
sex toy.
Yeah.
I don't think it's
Wow.
medium. I think it's
No,
oversized.
this
Well,
is
I
not
mean-
medium. This is supersized, my friend.
I mean, let's
Yeah,
not
it's-
assume about everybody
it's-
out there. Okay, let's.
We like to call that the challenge. I guess you had to be there.
It's called the penetrator, but yeah. You know what's
Oh my
funny?
god!
What's funny is that the games media, the company ship these out to the games journalists as part of the review kit. So a lot of games companies like Kotaku and GameSpot got life size, well, bigger than life size dildo bats, which is marketing. I just don't understand the science. between it.
Merchandising.
I'm gonna hit up some eBay.
Saints Row the dildo bat. The kids love this.
Kids love it. It's fun
What
for the
was
whole
that?
family.
Why would okay? If anybody out there is listening and you're working on the Final Fantasy VII remake, can we get a Buster Sword size? No,
No, just
Three-time
delete that
Materia
game
growth?
altogether.
It'd be great.
Wow.
All right. And I got one last one after.
I am reminded, hold on, before we take off, I am reminded of many GTA adventures of jumping into a helicopter and four.
Probably
Four.
5. 4?
No, not 5, 4. The one before that. My buddy and I used to do the online stuff, and we'd hang out in the airport and just snipe people all day. And then we'd jump on, he'd jump on the back of a motorcycle and he'd go, hold on to my G-string. That was our running joke when we'd be on the crotch rockets. And
Some
we would
sock hour
always
nonsense.
it is sock hour nonsense. So we would have people on our team. We were assholes. We'd be like, get in, we're going to go attack them. And we'd get into a helicopter and we'd fly to the top as high as the map would go. And then we'd jump out. And they'd be like, what the fuck? And, yeah.
Can
They'd
we
all
all
fall.
agree that mistimed or at the wrong time jumps are just universally hilarious?
Well, these were timed perfectly. We did this all the time. We'd always do it.
Oh,
We were
Expert
terrible
throwing
about it.
helicopters. Yeah.
Probably kicked off of GTA because of that. But so yeah, that's so going in the whole open world being an asshole thing. I felt that was impertinent to say. Yeah, I guess you had to be there. What do you got, Jake? Go ahead.
The last one from Discord was from Dave from Tadpog, good guys over there, and he had mentioned Untitled Goose Game, which more wholesome
Yeah.
than Dildo Bats.
I
that
love
game is
watching
hilarious.
people entitled Goose Game.
Yeah,
Game is stupid.
like right
Yeah,
from the
my
beginning
kid and I
when you
played
steal
through
the
that. It
keys
was a
from the
blast.
farmer and he chases after the goose. I was dying and laughing. Even my kids were on the floor laughing with that game. It's great.
It's funny when it's like the chick and the dude in their backyards or whatever, and like you can mess with each other's stuff, so they like start arguing with one another. And the lady's like trying to shoo the goose away with her broom or some shit, and you're like, ah! But it's so cute. But it's funny. It's so dumb that it's that funny watching people like I watched Jimble's middle-aged stream, I think, played through it, and Late Night Retro, I think, played it too. Those two people are not people that you would normally see playing Untitled Goose Game or Sarconius. Sarconius was also a riot to watch play Untitled Goose Game. I think I was in tears watching those two play that stuff.
Oh man, that was such a fun game. I love that part. It's a little after the first section. Once you get to the little market area, there's the kid that you can chase around and spook him. You can make him trip and fall and lose his glasses, and make him pick up the wrong glasses instead. So now he's wandering around with random sunglasses instead of his prescription glasses.
I have to get this game.
guys
That's
are
gotta
monsters.
be.
It's great.
That sounds
It
That's
is.
gotta
This,
be.
this goose is terrible. I have a pin over there on my wall because of this game. It says "Be Goose, Do Crimes."
Do you guys? You
Clever.
guys remember Goat Simulator?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Mhm.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, my 7-year-old son just discovered Goat Simulator, and I think the reason he likes it, other than it's hilarious, is that he knows if I tell him to shut it down, I can't. Like if it's bedtime, I want to tell him you've got to quit playing that, but I can't do it without just cracking up because he just amps up the volume the whole, and it's just yeah. So Goat Simulator, for him, I could see 20 years from now, if we're still doing this show, my son comes on and he's like, "Dad, you remember Goat Simulator?" And then we just laugh for 30 minutes straight. He just who comes
There's
up with this
nothing-
shit? It's hilarious. More
It's
than it needs
stupid,
to
but
be.
it's funny.
More than it
Yeah,
should
right.
be. Yeah.
Exactly. That's the
No.
thing. I mean, you got a goose walking around with a knife in its beak, and somebody going, "Stay
Yeah.
the fuck away from me! I got you." You know, like people like that are like, "I'm gonna stab you if I got you," and it's the dumbest thing. But I am
Yeah.
literally in tears. Literally in tears.
Well,
We should talk about
there's
the
a-
Pierce scream too. That one's a
Well,
good
There's
one
an
too.
upcoming game that actually sounds it's somewhat inspired by Goose Game, right? It's called Squirrel with a Gun.
Yeah, I
Yes.
saw that.
I want to
saw
play that one.
I
haven't
saw
heard of
that.
this.
The game of the
Yes.
year
Oh,
so
it
far.
looks
yeah.
ridiculous. Like everybody's running from this squirrel that has a handgun.
And it's the
As
same
you
size
do.
as the gun. Like it's
Yes,
the same
Yeah.
that's holding
it totally
it. Like
is. Yeah.
it's not like he has like a squirrel-sized gun. It's like a human-sized gun.
Yeah.
And and when he runs, he looks like the squirrel from what's that dinosaur movie that Ice Age. He looks like
Like Scrat?
what's his name? Scat or whatever his name is. Shitty fucking thing. But it looks like GTA type graphics. Like it's an open world type game. I thought it was a GTA mod when I saw it. I was like, somebody's got way too much goddamn time on their hands if they're making a game mod with a squirrel with a gun.
I love that. I love that. Again, this is how the conversation goes. You have to present to people, and okay. So what is Syphon Filter about? And then there's a long thing. All right, what's your game called and what's it about?
The stupid ragdoll physics.
Squirrel
Oh
with
my
a
god,
gun.
I'm told. He's karate chopping the fucking squirrel. This game has to happen.
Oh man.
Yeah. I have to play this
I'm
game.
wish listed it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. This is too stupid not to play. Like, it's,
He
like
threw his
he's waddling
wallet
around
down.
with the gun in his hands. It just
it's
It is-
absolutely ridiculous.
He stole his new iPhone. That's a 14.
I want to
I'm-
play this so bad.
I don't, but I want to watch everybody play it.
Oh my god.
Okay,
What
the
the
squirrel
fuck?
is jumping into the lava, and that's
With the gun.
I-
You got to
with
use your float mechanics.
He uses the gun to hit it.
A little
It's got
forward
cat
flip,
ears
fire the
on.
gun.
Oh my
This is
god.
horrible.
just the gun
Dude,
kata. It's just so good. Yeah. Who made this game?
Fucking squirrel
This
Kimbo.
squirrel knows
What is
gun
this?
fu.
Oh my
Alright.
god.
This has to
Anything
be
with
a
ragdoll physics is
this has
is
to
a
be-
solid.
a Mortal Kombat DLC. Also, this squirrel, please.
Oh, I'm sure it will be. Oh fuck.
It looks so good. Like, you know what it is?
It's a
It's the
puzzle
game.
jank
It's a puzzle game.
with the funny premise is what seals it for me. Goat Simulator was the same
Yeah.
thing. It's
Yeah.
just the level of jank, you can't help but laugh at this game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really
Yeah.
want to play that one.
Pitch that game. Well, okay, so you're a goat. That's all that needs to be said.
That's the game.
And it's your everyday life as a goat. Just
Yeah,
waking up.
imagine you're a goat and then just do that.
Do you faint? Are there fainting goats?
I would hope so.
There is a button to turn off physics, so the goat actually does just fall over. because I was playing this game recently, dude. This game I was playing with my kids, and you go. There's like a section was a carnival ride, like a merry-go-round that goes up in the air. You lick the one card and you stick to things, and as it flies up in the air, the goat starts spinning around by its tongue. And then the physics get all jank and you get stuck on the geometry. But when you finally get free, you go flying across the goddamn city. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
It's so bad and so stupid, but you can't help but die playing this game. It's so funny to watch.
I love it.
And they keep adding to it. Like when I first played it, when it first came out, it's like one map. Now there's like 6 or 7 different maps. Like they add to it this game, which is crazy to me.
It's obviously very popular. I mean,
Huge.
I've not played it myself, but I've seen it on sale. I've seen it for free. I've seen it all over the place going, do I really want to invest in my time into this freaking game? And no, I don't. I don't want to. So I
It's
just have to
on
watch
Game
people
Pass
do it.
now. You can play it on Game Pass
I
for free.
know it's on freaking. I know it's on Game Pass.
Spider-Man for the PlayStation 4 is fine, but if you played Goat Simulator,
Sex is fine and all, but have you played Goat Simulator?
what I want
that's
now, and if anybody out there makes video games and you're listening, can we get a bear simulator with an entire side quest devoted to frisbees?
Yes, please.
And
And or
Battlestar
alien.
Galactica,
But yes, there we are.
I can't
Yeah.
fund it,
please.
but I will promise to pay for it on Steam. That's what I'll do. That's my
So-
promise to you.
There is a
Oh.
bear simulator.
Is it really?
They've heard us already. They've already started.
I
Soon as
love
they
this.
hit- As soon as they
I-
press play here, they were like, "We're on."
I need to own
I'm looking
20%
at the
of that.
screenshots. You know how in most first-person shooters you can see one or both hands and the gun. In Bear Simulator, you see the paws out in front of the bear all awkwardly.
I have to look.
And the whole thing is
Is
just slappers only.
Is this on Steam?
Yeah, it's
Claws?
on Steam.
Jesus Christ. Bear Simulator.
I figured it had to be a
Bears
thing.
in space.
What?
No.
What is this? Yes, there's a bears in space. A
Oh,
bear
there
simulator.
is. Look at that.
You're attacking a crab.
Space crabs.
Giant enemy crab.
Prepare to be a bear.
Wow. I need
Sold.
that poster. I need that poster on my wall. Prepare to be a bear.
That's
Now
what it said.
that's
I thought it was
marketing.
going to give me something good, but it said prepare to be a bear, guys.
From the
Far-
the tagline creating team who brought you, you're a goat. Prepare to be a bear.
Similar to games I've played, Subnautica, No Man's Sky.
Clearly the same genre of game as space
Clearly.
exploration and procedural universe. Bear Simulator.
Today
Now,
we figure
before I-
out how to get honey out of this beehive without getting our ass stung. Today on
Yeah.
Before
Me and
I
my
forget,
friends.
have,
press bear to
have you
cancel.
guys have you guys played Naughty Bear?
No.
No.
I'm
So
just now finding out
imagine-
this is genre of animals. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
So Naughty
it
Bear
anime?
is
It's anime.
a sort
yeah.
of like it's inspired by those kiddie shows where somebody goes around wearing a stuffed animal, like a giant stuffed animal type of suit, and it's this whole world that's like
Furries, yes, I'm
I don't
familiar.
know, like Gullah Gullah Island or Care Bears, stuff like that, right? But you get to play as Naughty Bear, who none of the other bears on the island like. And since he's not invited to the birthday party, he goes and kills all of the other teddy bears.
Sure.
So you go on a rampage,
I see where you're going.
terrifying, scaring the shit out of these poor stuffed animal bears and ripping them to shreds, setting them on fire, running them over with cars. There's all sorts of things you can do.
Is this
Oh.
on Steam?
Yeah.
I don't know. I have it on Xbox 360. That's when it came out.
Oh,
Interesting.
okay.
Okay.
It's a
So-
prequel to Five Nights at Freddy's. So.
Five Nights at Naughty Bears.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
mean, it's totally silly.
That sounds like
too,
it's in
'cause-
Reno.
Here's how the game ends. They're like, Naughty Bear, come on, you're the naughtiest. And he's like, my name is Freddy. And that's how that's
For the last time, it's Frederick.
that's
Roll
Frederick.
credits.
The bears don't even really talk. They make sounds, but mostly all the dialogue is the narrator speaking over what you're doing and talking to Naughty Bear directly.
Oh God, tell me it's
This
Morgan
bear
Freeman.
fucked around
Yeah,
and
if it's not
found
Morgan
out.
Freeman, I don't know
Right.
what they're doing. That's got to be the voice.
No, it's a British narrator, so it's more like
That's a British Morgan Freeman.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was really hoping he would. Yeah, Morgan Freeman would do that, and at some point just drop in like a John Doe has the upper hand, and that would just make my day.
I can't do a Morgan and Freeman impersonation. I was going to try, and then I decided I would not
Nobody
like to have
should.
that recorded. Thank you on the internet. So
Yeah.
I'm going to
No.
avoid that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Press B for
apparently this was
impersonations.
only on iOS, Xbox 360, and PS3.
Oh, sadness.
Wow.
Game
Maybe we need
preservation
to
is
push
so
for that.
important, guys. Like
Hmm?
we could have Naughty Bear today preserved.
I mean, we can. We can. Well,
I wanna host-
this was a hoot. This was a
Oh,
hoot.
Yes.
I want to
This is
host
good.
next time, just so I can start it off by saying, here with my 4 bros from the sock hour. Yeah. And then I'll leave the episode. I don't have to be a part of it. I just want to do the intro. I don't even need
Guys,
to
I'm coming in real quick to do this. Get it? Ha ha!
Nice.
There it is.
Nice.
Everybody's head nods. All right,
That
perfect.
joke has left me satisfied. So thank you.
As it should.
Yeah.
As most of my jokes will. Guys, that's a bold statement right there. Guys, this has been a blast. This has been
This is
fantastic blast.
Hilarious.
I'm trying to keep it together here. My face is bright red, and it's not because of any of the water I've been drinking tonight. Let's go ahead and go round robin as where we can find everybody. Jake, where can they find you, sir?
Lately, you can find me on Twitter, but also YouTube. I'm trying to do this retro challenge called the Von Gauntlet. Von Gerstenberg on Twitch is running this
Yeah,
5-game
Von
NES
AG.
challenge. Yeah, he's a hilarious streamer. Go check him out. The Gauntlet has you playing 5 games, and I'm just banging my head against the wall playing Mario Brothers 2. But on YouTube, I did a video practice of me doing them in a randomizer because what makes things easier than throwing them into a blender and playing them randomly. So go check that on YouTube. It was a fun time.
Love that. Love
Yeah.
that.
Excellent. GP, what are you up to these days, man?
Well, I'm thinking about retiring from doing literally everything I've been doing so I can focus solely on how to create Chivos for Syphon Filter and tasing people. Other than that, basically, you can just find me here.
I love those goals.
Yeah.
It's wonderful goals.
Love it.
Werewolf, sir, what about you?
Mostly here. One of these days I will actually get around to that YouTube channel I talk about from time to time, but who knows when.
I wait with that day with bated breath, sir.
I still owe that Fester's Quest.
I have eaten
I
so
saw you
much
play it a couple times. It's all right.
so much-
Sinister hasn't finished his either. He's also
Yeah.
way behind.
Long John Silver's. You guys owe me.
Wow.
I'll die if I eat the treasure box. Is that what you
Oh, yeah.
want?
Okay. No. You get a pass. You get a pass. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Wolf,
yeah.
I'm going to need you to have his meal, please.
I don't like
Lucky
fish.
you. Wear dark clothing. You don't need to ruin that wonderful shirt with any tartar sauce
That
or
is a great shirt.
cocktail sauce. It's a great shirt. And of course, you can find me here on Press B to Cancel, as well as twitch.tv and many other social websites out there. Just look up my name, Chardmonk. I'm out there. I'm out there doing my thing. With Sock Hour, with or without Sock Hour. Doesn't matter. You can find me either way. Only fans. We had
Only
to slide
socks.
one in. Well, only socks.
Only.
Only fans. Like, it's hot in here.
Oh my god.
Guys, thank you so
Sinistar,
much
you
for
can
being here.
You can certainly find Sinistar out playing frisbee with the bears in the wild.
We
That's
have
what he's
created
doing. If he
so
isn't
much
here next
lore.
week, that's what he's doing next week is playing frisbee with the bears in Yosemite. And I'm keeping that so I can remember it for next time. Guys, thank you so much for another wonderful episode. This was too much fun, as it always typically is. And I cannot wait to do more of this stuff with you guys. Thank you. We've been Press B to
Lots of
Cancel.
Take us out.
What do you
Wolf.
got?
Thank you for listening.
Wolf?
Marmalade sandwiches.
We had like 4 hours of sock hour, and you hit us with marmalade sandwiches.
Paddington Bear. Come on, man. Am I the only one who thought of Paddington? and all
No, I
that
got
bear talk?
Paddington Bear.
Am I
You're literally
Okay,
the only
thank
one
you.
that thought of that.
Yeah.
Am I expected to know what a Paddington bear is?
Come on,
know
really?
I know Burlington Coat Factory. I know who
With
Paddington
the red
is.
hat and the blue
Yes,
coat?
I know who Paddington is. It just
Exposes
was
himself?
a really super obscure
No?
from everything we talked about
SNL?
today.
Anyway. All right. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.